One, I believe we are now live on YouTube. Happy Thursday. I'm Tom from The Brick Shelf on Instagram, and we are going to be joined by Super Dave from Brick Pen and the beautiful trophy. And we're going to be joined by Mr. Yabs of Brickapalooza fame in his soon-to-be renovated Lego room.
Tidied, soon to be tidied.
Soon to be tidied. Soon to be inventoried.
Tidying up
also,
as renovation.
I think started on Instagram. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Yabs and David have joined on YouTube. They're about to join now on Instagram. And soon, we hope, Lewis is going to turn up because he's the only one representing Illawarra this weekend. So we'll see what happens. G'day, Kate. Hey, Lola. Bald, correct. Isn't it beautiful? Fresh cut this morning. I'm being trolled. G'day, David. I'm being trolled by Nathan Spaghetti. Thank you for joining. I don't care at all. I'm bald. I mean, there's a receding hairline, but I'm bald by choice. I think it looks better than hair. Ooh, I think Lewis just joined.
Ooh.
Hey, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the luscious beard on Built Bricks. Lewis.
Yeah, that's
glorious,
one
Mr.
red
Lewis.
beard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Yabs, I think, so you might not have.
Yeah, I haven't seen you since Melbourne, man.
Oh, yeah, double beard now.
It keeps going.
Yes.
All right, there we go.
G'day, Loz. All right, we have 3 of us on Instagram. I can't find
just on YouTube.
Le Yabs yet.
You're not showing up on my Instagram feed, Tom. Maybe I
Did you
unfollowed
unfollow me? All right, so Yabs has unfollowed me. Hopefully he'll find my
Drama,
account
full
somehow.
drama. Ooh.
The suspense is killing us all. How you going, Lewis?
Well, I've not been well for the last couple of days.
Oh, no.
Yeah, everyone's getting hit by that winter stuff. But I've come out of it today. I was feeling good. So I've been building and building quickly.
And winter in Canberra is no joke.
No, it's been pretty rough. So we've been trying to heat up because you feel your hands get slower. Like you're trying to build and it gets physically harder to start assembling the parts.
Yeah. At least you're not in a garage anymore, right?
No, I am actually inside, so that is an improvement.
Yeah, last winter, you were in a garage, yeah?
Yes, the entire time. I was in the garage the entire time, which wasn't very good for any kind of heating. It was bitterly cold, concrete floors. So you're just very rugged up, like up to your neck, trying to assemble what you can. So it's nice to actually be inside.
I have a righteous hater pointing at me right now because I'm in a garage.
Smart.
Is there gnarly echo or is that just me?
I can.
Yeah, there's an echo. I think it's.
Me.
There wasn't an echo before. I don't want to say.
I think it's Yabsy too. So if Yabsy doesn't have headphones to plug into both, just mute your computer and use Instagram.
Yeah, just mute. But you got to mute the mic and the speakers on one of them.
Well, you don't want to mute the mic because then we won't hear you.
No, just on one of them.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, he's got the headphones. Is that a Swannies beanie?
I think it might be. Is it? No.
He's a Tigers supporter. We'll wait till he sorts out his audio before we ask him again. How are we going, Yabs? Hello.
You're not coming through YouTube.
With the chat.
Oh, you're just muted. That's all. You're muted on YouTube, so we can't hear you.
Yeah, unmute yourself, but turn your sound down on your laptop. Like your speakers.
Try that again.
Hello?
Okay.
All right.
So you've got your headphones plugged into
Instagram,
and you've got your speakers turned down on your laptop, so there's no sound coming out of your laptop.
Uh-huh.
What the hell, man?
It's not a football beanie. It's a Capital Brewery beanie.
Ah,
Okay.
like one from
Okay.
Trivia or one that you actually bought?
Hey?
Oh, they give away, like where we do trivia in Canberra, gives away beanies all the time.
Oh, no, I had to pay money for this one.
Oh, what a stitch up.
We're not here to talk about brewery beanies, are we?
No, we're not.
No.
That's exactly right. And you've got us on track 8 minutes in, so that might be a record. So we are talking about Lego exhibitions. I don't know what do you call them? Lego shows? Lego exhibitions?
Conventions,
like-
I don't know. That's what I always call them.
Lego conventions? Yeah. Because I
Fair
feel like
enough,
it's not a
that's
Lego
right.
show. That's what I normally say, but then people think it's like the thing that David won that massive trophy from. You know? Like a Lego Masters show.
Mm.
So Yabsy and I went to Bendigo Bricks, and Lewis went to Illawarra, and David is
Yep.
just here because he's pretty.
Makes the stream look nice.
He was going to come visit Bendigo, but he was under the weather. Like everyone
Yeah,
seems to
it
be at the
was
moment.
even. Yeah, I don't know what it was. The thing is, I haven't had COVID yet, so I still don't know if it's gonna be COVID or if it's gonna be. It sucks.
You could be the missing link. You could be the cure to it all.
You know, we're being called Novid. So
You what?
Novid.
You're being called Novid.
Yeah.
Just
as in,
people who haven't had it called that.
Oh, right.
People-
People like it. I dropped out of the community a couple months ago. I'm not superhuman anymore. But I lasted a long time.
You gave a good run. What was that, over just over a year? Or two?
Well, yeah, it was, what was it? March this year? No. Yeah, early March.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 2 years? Maybe a little bit more.
All right. So tell me everything. How it was. How was it?
Bendigo? Bendigo was good fun. The Lego was good. The beers were better. What did you say, Absy?
It's a very social,
The weekend.
very social event.
I really dropped the ball with the social media. I did a little spam this evening and just posted all of the videos that I had from the weekend. Normally I'd like space it out over days. I was just like, no.
I mean, you did.
And I didn't even do the live tour.
On the filming. I didn't even
Yeah,
get
it
the
was
live
insane.
tour because I think a few too many beers on Saturday.
Yep,
Man,
that
a
was-
few too many.
Lewis and I both intended, and I was talking to Claire. She was saying, I was waiting for Tom to contact me. I was waiting for Lewis to let me know when he's going on. And both of us, Sunday morning, in different parts of the country, were just dusty and not going
Like, this
live
is not
anywhere.
Yeah, look, I think we hit the hay at 4,
Nice.
so that was not work. Like I couldn't get up at 8 and do a full happy walk around the showroom floor. So there are a couple of us like that the next day. Won't name any
I
names.
think we were asked to leave the pub at a measly 2 a.m. Was it, Yabsy?
Yeah,
Ooh.
which was 14 feet because the pub shut at 1.
That's true. They all the staff just kind of sat down and drank with us.
It gets
How
sucked
many
out of some
trophies
places,
did you win
yeah.
this time, Tom?
No trophies in Bendigo.
No trophies.
But I feel like we won the hearts and minds of the people. What do you think, Yabsy? Batman was very popular.
Yeah.
There was a lot
There
of
were
cards
no
around.
trophies at all at Illawarra. They didn't do it.
No, they don't do prizes, no.
Yeah, no prizes at Illawarra or Bendigo. It's just the goodness of our hearts and the love of beer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Pretty much spot on.
So so you didn't take any videos, which we completely understand. Priorities. But tell us about some of the awesome builds at Illawarra.
Yeah, it was. It's a really interesting way they have it set up in that it's like 4 basketball court size split down the middle. So you sort of end up with 2 rooms. And I was in the second room. So in the first room, they had all of the things like the train displays and a lot of mosaics. And a couple of lenticular mosaics. They were fun. You might have seen the one that was the Ninja Turtles and Simpsons on the other side. of all two things to put together. But yeah, there are lots of mosaics, which are really good, just like almost like gallery style on the walls to just walk around and see. Trains are always fun, as always. But I think the thing which I'd never seen before, but apparently has been around before, there was a Golden Gate Bridge that was almost as wide as like a basketball court. It was enormous.
Wow.
That's
What?
insane.
Yeah, I should have got a photo of it. It's enormous.
There might have been one that came. Oh, you were at Brickvention 2022.
Yes.
What was that big bridge?
Oh,
That was Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Oh, was it? Okay.
yeah. No, this one was built in red. I heard from, I can't remember who told me, but they'd seen it before, but it was smaller. So it's like
So
so I think it might have just been getting bigger. I wish I could get a reference of who it was because I
that
think
was
it's
gonna be
been
my next
fun in
question.
the front room. But no, that one was just the sheer size of it. It was quite incredible.
yeah, right. Well, Helena surely would know exactly who that is. Is she here? I haven't seen Helena pop up yet.
I don't think she's here.
Mm.
What
Maybe
did
she's
she
still
do?
dust.
Gene Lumens
Yeah,
had the
we
bridge. Tamara's jumped in.
Oh, thanks, Tammy.
Gene
Gene
Lomas.
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 I don't know, Gene. Don't
What
think I
did you
know
guys
Gene.
do to Helena during the weekend? Because she's not on Instagram or
I don't know. We
Or
hung
YouTube.
out with her. I don't know what to say. I've got here Talon Mark on Instagram. Are any of you planning on doing any exhibitions soon? We actually did 2 on the weekend, which we're talking about now. The next one, I think all of us
Sydney.
are going to Sydney. Is that right?
Sydney?
David, are you going
I'm
to Sydney
still
too?
I'm still debating if I'm gonna be able to make it or not.
Well, I'm just saying we'll be there, so feel free to
Yes.
come hang out with us.
Well, we need you to raise our beautiful average up.
That's right.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
so-
we'll be heading to Sydney, which will be at the end of May.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think is it the last weekend of May?
I think it's just, is it the last one or is it just 4 weeks from now? I can't remember if it's the 20.
No, I think it's the
whatever.
28th. Yeah, I think it's
'Cause
the
I'm-
28th.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
I
right.
think you could
I'm
be right.
exhibiting at a brick market, which I've never done before. In a month, March 21st. Yeah,
Brick
it's like
market?
he tried to get them off the ground just before COVID hit, Brick Nanza, and it's like I think once a month, and he does it at different locations around Melbourne. So the last one last month was I don't know, like 20 minutes from me, and I couldn't believe it. There's a brick market 20 minutes from me. I went there and I got a bunch of minifigs like Ninja Turtles for good prices. Just a whole bunch of vendors in a big scout hall, and then yeah, the next one's on the west side of the city. And he said that he's trying to get people to display to put a bit of color into the whole brick market. So I'm taking the turtles.
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to tell me a little bit more about this brick market because I gotta start selling the bottles.
Oh, that's so true. I'm sure he'll still take vendors if you want. Then we can hang out 2 weeks in a row because you're coming to Sydney too.
Send me the
Yeah,
details for later.
So what's
I can't
coming
remember.
to Sydney? You fellas are bringing 2/3 staying here at Batman's Vacation.
So the city and the Arkham Asylum will be coming. So the lesser 2 parts, if Toddy's listening. If Toddy's not listening, the better 2 parts. And
No, it'll still be
uh,
very impressive.
it's so fun when you look at it. G'day, Taz. When you look at it, because we don't see it all together. Yabsy doesn't really see it together at all. I think Yabs and Tob keep it in tubs.
Yeah, mine's still in the tubs.
Yeah. And I bring mine out because I'm still working on it. But I see my third sitting there all the time. But when it's all connected, it's just so pretty.
Oh, we got Tasman Bricks. He said he came and saw some of the builds at Illawarra. Thank you for
Oh,
coming
okay.
by. That was pretty rad.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing that's coming to Sydney, the Armory.
It is new and improved. New and improved. I mean, I don't really know what that means. It's going to have what you've seen, just more. Like it just gets more on it every time. That's all that really changes. Yeah, so I think it's going to have a shake-up. I'm not sure if it's going to be this one or the next one, but I'm going to retire the lightsaber hilts for a while, like just the solid ones. I think I'm just going to take them off for a bit, let them simmer, and just keep the bladed ones because I think they're the ones which are a bit more fun to interact with and now that we're spreading it to not just being myself and it's got Tom and it's got Dave, I think it'll look a bit more cohesive without that amount of cluster
Sure.
together. But I think
they're
it's
so
going to be
impressive.
quite exciting. I think just take it away for a little while and then add a few more and then bring it back in big fashion.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's also it with that wall. I'm not adding to that at the moment, but versus I am adding to the rest of it. Which I was going to say, what I did finish the Stravo will be going on the wall.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh,
Oh, that
Look
is
at that.
neat.
Great time.
as always, they're detailed all the way around to the back, which no one ever sees it, but like I know it's there.
Yeah.
But
That's
she's
awesome.
using all of the old dodgy like white and blue that I've got.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like all of the bad colours. So it's given me a good like way to get through a bunch of old Lego, but still
Yeah.
have it look all right. And I've revised this thing as to Boba. It's a lot simpler. It just pushes down. It doesn't have a mechanism anymore. It just pushes down and holds up like. It's
All
simpler.
those are
It's still
wearable,
cool.
right? You can wear them.
If you had a small enough head, you probably could. I mean, there's a little mechanism
be
in
comfortable.
there that's got the just like the friction ball joint. I've just got a ball joint with friction and the ball like cupping the entire thing. So instead of it hinging, it's spinning inside it. So you
Okay.
could, small enough head, you could probably give it a go. But yeah, so Bo-Katan is joining the rest of them. Will be coming to Sydney. And I'm
It's
really,
so
really
good.
keen to have this on there because we have having a look. We've got a bunch of green, a bunch of yellow, and a bunch of red. We don't have any blue, and we don't really have any white. So this is gonna sort of scratch that itch in the display.
Yeah.
Yeah, ticking both boxes.
That's the idea. For now, this is just one of mine. It's not a release model for any particular Lego-based fan companies at
Of
all.
course not.
So this one, I've got a plan for it, and essentially the file's there, but it's not going to be used at the moment. So it's going to be a bit of an exclusive one for me.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I was going to say, speaking of that, a big announcement tomorrow is coming out for Tom getting some builds finally into the Lego fan market of sales.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's 1 a.m. this morning. I'm jumping on a live stream with Christopher from Brooker Builds because the Ninja Turtle weapons are going on sale.
Awesome.
Live
Nice.
at 1 a.m. Yeah. I'm stoked. And Lewis was a huge part of that. They wouldn't have even cared about Ninja Turtle weapons if Lewis hadn't come along.
Oh no,
Oh,
they
Henry.
were fantastic. I think I helped Tom and I work together to get the basics of it. Because that's how you started. You saw a lightsaber and went, I want to have something like that. So pretty well went, here's just a bunch of my files. If you can find anything useful in there, go ahead. Like it's just here. If you want to know how some of these things go together, have a look. And then we just troubleshooted some of the finer points. And that was for your original ones, but then we reworked them to be more of a viable secondary build for most people, which for most of it was just slightly downscaling them, really, because they're beautiful,
making
but
that
they
bit
are
cheaper.
big and chunky. Yes.
So you're going to be able to quit your day job now, Tom?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just rolling in that Ninja Turtle Lego, buddy.
No, they should be fun.
Yeah, they were asking today, the team, whether they were scaled to the cartoon, whether it would be okay if they could say that it's scaled to the cartoon. And we dropped the size of them by 20%, you reckon?
About that. Yeah.
And I said, you still could say that. No one's going to argue it because the 80s cartoon, the turtles were 5'1". So it makes sense that they would
And
be
that
small.
would work well.
Yeah. So let's just roll with that.
Yeah, and
You would be surprised.
slightly smaller, but I think you won't really know.
We were getting grief. We were getting grief on the build on Space Monkeys online
Yeah, sure.
because they were saying that the monkeys were not on scale with the rocket. So
Oh my god.
Get out of here.
What is the scale of a rocket, really?
so you'll be surprised, Tom. There will be.
It's
you're
false
gonna upset
perspective, right?
Yeah.
I would actually, I was saying to Lewis today, I would actually, because I've only got the prototypes built, and I'd love to get those ones built as well to display them next to each other. because we were saying actually last week, weren't we, about how kids ask how on earth you build something like that with no studs, like, and to show them the progression from like there was a rainbow version of this, and then I got the right colors, and then I spoke to some wizard with a beard who's standing just over there, and he made them even smaller and better and cheaper.
Well, one of the funny things we had to do with Tom's builds to match the aesthetic of Bricker, we had to give it studs.
Mm.
Like those things came in completely studless, and we submitted it, and then Christopher, like, you can't tell that they're Lego, and I think that's a problem. I was trying to get these out there.
At first I was pretty sad, but I totally get what he's saying now.
But where we've added them, I think, is appropriate. We haven't gone overboard. Like they're still pretty well mostly stubless, but some like texturing in the handle we've really done, where instead of his 2 layers alternating slopes, the thick layers are sloped and the thinner layer is studded. So like we've integrated them in small ways where they shouldn't be too offensive, but you can at least get the reaction of looking at them and going, oh, they're built out of Lego, than the original reaction, which is looking at these like cool renders of the Ninja Turtles. What was anything else?
And I do get a lot of people not realizing they're Lego until, like, I think at first I just had them on the table. I didn't have them on any stands. And people didn't realize that they were Lego. They just thought it was something else that I had, like toy weapons that I put with my build. I definitely see his point in that respect, because someone scrolling past and not seeing any studs is just going to think, oh, someone made some toy weapons.
Yeah,
Totally
it's a bit of a funny balance that we have to strike, but I think I'm very happy with like, what your final ones look like. Like, I very much saw and went, if you weren't building them and taking around, I would.
Yeah, for sure.
Things are really rad. They're really
They're
fun.
really cool.
Yeah, so I think 2 of them are releasing straight up, and they're doing a couple later.
Yeah, tonight will be Donnie and Raph.
Yeah.
And then I think in 2 weeks' time after that.
I think my favorite part of the missing ones is that we got the nunchucks to work without glue.
So they can swing?
I don't think they can swing horribly well, but you don't have to worry about them being glued. Like, you can shake them around a little bit.
Yeah, right.
How we made the chain did end up holding together.
Yeah,
I think
nice.
it's just the actual attachment point of the chain to the handle that was the one.
That's the biggest problem with mine as well.
Yeah. Well, I could have just embedded the bricks in. Like, I think there is a way to fix it, but I don't know if they tried. But there is a way to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, they're pretty and they're fun, and that's the main thing.
They were a big hit at the Bendigo show, Tommy. Kids were lining up
They were.
as usual.
Yeah. The good thing was Helena was right next to the table, so she was always just letting people, because I don't hang around next to my table as well as Lewis does. Lewis is just a boss at guiding the public through the experience, and I'm just kind of
and looking after
who's
the
around
props
to talk
as
to?
well. Did you get any
true.
props this time?
I only had the same thing broken twice, which was the little Cortana on the chip.
Oh.
Once I just didn't see, I just came back and all of the pieces were on the table.
G'day, everyone.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then the second time was just a kid, they look and they point, and he goes, like, I want to touch it, but then instead of like tapping it, he goes, ugh. Like this lazy like swipe, and just swipes through it. I'm like, great, thanks.
G'day, Sam.
But no, otherwise it wasn't too bad. Most people are all right. Like, it's always kids that'll go up and they'll like pretend they're gonna touch it, and we just go, yeah, go for it. And then they tend to actually be like, as soon as you tell them they can, they get a little bit more careful. It's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So there was the Golden Broke Bridge and Tamara's Possum Magic. It was awesome.
Oh, always. Tamara's Possum Magic, that we got to talk about that build more just in general, because I don't think it gets the recognition that it deserves. Like, it's...
I don't know. Every time it's displayed, we go on about it. Someone
Yeah,
must be
we
listening.
do.
Right?
But we have to, because I think like what we're able to do with chatting with Tamara is you got to get the author to see it. If we talk about it enough, the author can see it. I think that'd be
Yeah.
that
Has
was
she posted it?
She says she hasn't posted any like high quality images because she hasn't taken any. So we're just trying to you may be trying to look for someone who can take a nice shot. Maybe at another convention. But in terms of what else is there? I've always had like a mini GBC display. It's not Rowan's full toilet-filled adventure, which did look fantastic.
Really cool.
As always, that on display. There are a lot of just little individual displays going on at Illawarra. I don't think it's full of many enormous things. A lot of like little scenes is really what was there. Like the biggest thing I thought was like Golden Gate Bridge and the mosaics. And a lot of it were like nice little intricate builds you could get up close with.
Yeah, nice. And I think Josh and Rod and I don't know who else was joining the medieval
Possum
club
Magic is getting a lot of love on Instagram, by the way.
for president. Good job.
Have you been catching up with the comments on Instagram? It's been fun tonight.
Well, they're just kind of
Sorry, I
talking
just got
amongst
you.
themselves. I haven't seen anything that's super.
I did see a
important for us
comment
to
that said,
respond
"Would I do a Gar Saxon helmet?" Answer: absolutely. I definitely would do that next. I don't know if you've seen what that looks like, but it's just
to. Is that with the horns?
Yeah, it's got big horns and like a bright yellow visor, and like
Yeah,
it's just a bit outrageous. And I think that would be pretty fun. I mean, as well as I guess the newly seen helmet, but I can't get a good STL of that.
The newly seen, what's his name?
Gideon.
The Gideon helmet.
Gideon. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was cool.
that one's pretty rad, but no STLs that I've seen yet because I would like to try that.
Yeah, cool. It's kind of like the Mando helmet, though. Hey, it's going to be that one color.
I think it's got red trim, but again, I haven't given it enough of a look to know exactly how much. But that's why I think I'm keen to do Gar Saxon because that one will be mostly dark grey, but it's got red and black paintwork through it, as well as silver trimmings, and then of course your bright yellow. That thing's gonna stand out really well.
Yeah, wicked.
Just a matter of when.
Oh, isn't it just? Well, you're pretty lazy. You don't build too much, hey, design too much.
Or a few weeks. Because we're going to Brickbuilt Chicago, so I'm trying to develop as many models as I can at the start of the year to
You're not kidding. You've already done a year and a half's worth of work.
I've got my year's list, and I'm 90% of the way through it.
I was about to ask.
You saw one today that I knocked out, but and we finalized all that, so there's not much left.
Yeah, the Bricker Chat, it's more than once a week. Lewis goes, the next thing on my list was, I don't know, what's
I don't know if I have these aren't all done, but I was also going to reveal
Yeah, nice.
mini savers, another random project out of nowhere. It's around, guys. These will just another little project. Tiny little lightsabers.
All right. How about you, Yabsy? What were your favourites?
Well, got to talk about Dave's Gollum sculpture. That was incredible.
That was unsettling to look at.
It was.
I guess that's the point, but that was very uncomfortable.
So good.
Let me see if I can share it on the YouTube screen.
Yeah, please do.
My
That was
internet is
amazing.
so slow.
There was like the working, like 2 meter tall windmill.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
Jasmine's one. I didn't even get that. Oh, it is. I didn't get a video of that one, but that was really cool. I think that's coming to Sydney.
Yeah. The GBC was cool as usual. So it was Rowan and it was Monty from Adelaide in the different combo of mad geniuses that I hadn't seen before. So that was cool.
Mad genius.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
it blows me away seeing even stuff like that little toilet build. It's so funny. That's fantastic. I love that they just come up with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And Rowan's next level adds all the he's really good at the aesthetics of it all as well, which is fantastic.
He
Did I
really is,
see?
isn't he?
I haven't missed it. There's like a GBC Lego Masters challenge coming up.
Is it?
Was that in the recaps, or was I thinking something different? I thought I said this ball has to get from one place to the other in one of the TV ads.
Oh, in the Grandmasters.
Yeah, David, is that correct, or am I making stuff up?
Hush, hush.
I thought I saw it on a TV ad.
No, it's a spot.
It's public knowledge now. Yep.
So there is a GBC challenge.
Yeah. It's
Okay, so I'm
gonna
not
be-
crazy.
yep.
I thought you guys are going like I'm making it up. I'm like, surely not. I swear I saw something like that.
Claire's asked how long you'll be in Chicago for, Lewis. On Instagram.
I'll be in for the full duration of Brick Fair. And Chicago, so that'll be how many days that is, and then we'll trekking from Chicago to LA. So I'll be in the States for about 3 weeks.
Cool.
Yeah, wicked. Henry has some kind words on Instagram about GBC. Yeah.
Really.
For those on Instagram, we're sharing pictures from Bendigo, videos from Bendigo. We're looking at Gollum right now. I'm sorry, if you don't want to jump over to YouTube, the link's in the bio. You can. We'll be looking at the pictures while we talk about them.
Even the
Or
fish
you
is
can-
good. Like,
I know, it's crazy. It's a Lego fish.
yeah.
Otherwise, the last 3 posts on my page are what we're looking at.
How big was
So we've
that,
got Gollum
that
here.
thing? That looks massive.
It looks life size, surely.
It is
I think
absolutely
it's
maybe
bigger
even
than
bigger
life
life
size.
size. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's just a ring. I don't know if it's a Lord of the Rings replica. I didn't get close
that's a
enough.
lot of
But-
tan bricks. When I
So
was
many
making
tan
the
bricks.
giraffe, I ran out of tan.
Fun fact,
This is just
there's a little bit more tan than you would expect. He is anatomically correct
Oh,
Yes.
charming.
under that loincloth.
Under
It's
the
chilly.
little loincloth, yeah.
But he's anatomically correct.
It's chilly. Correct. Great. Fantastic.
You can't unsee that.
It's classy. It's not vulgar. It's classy. What else?
He's so gross, but he should be. Like, it's exactly what it should be, but it's just really unsettling.
The emotion in his eyes. So this one was at Brickvention.
Yes.
This is Con, Lego Focus on Instagram, Lego.focus. This is the start of his Atlantis build. So this is the throne room. And it's going to expand with his wife, Stacey. They just had a little brick who's a few months old, maybe even 5 months old. So their building has slowed lately, which is fair enough. Now we've got Brent Thomas. I think it's Brent. No, I think it's Brent Thomas on Instagram. It's just a space scene with awesome Spaceballs van shuttle. What was that called, Yabsy? The Spaceballs.
So it's a Winnebago Chieftain, but I don't know if it had a name I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
So he's
And
done
he
like a
kept switching out
space
all the
volcano
ships.
kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And he kept switching out all the spaceships throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
He just had a bunch under the table and he was switching them out. It was really
Oh, really?
classy. way to
Oh,
do it, I
yeah,
reckon.
Spaceball. That was a good
Yeah.
movie.
Great movie. One of the greats. This was Nicole's Punk City or Cyberpunk City.
Cyberpunk City, that's right. That was at
Was it?
Brickvention as well.
It was, yeah. It's not very big, but the aesthetics of it, the colors and the designs, it's like a Cyberpunk Friends playset.
Mm.
It's really cool. We've got Bill's road train that he was driving
We had a lot of
around.
fun driving that around.
Yeah. You can see the dust on the wheels.
It's been around.
The dust on the concrete floor in the exhibition center was not good for traction, so he couldn't get the whole thing rolling around. He ended up putting a power pack above the wheels, the powered wheels, to try to get some traction and push it down. I love the stickers on the back of the silos there.
Yeah, they're pretty rad.
Yeah, Dale Harris made those. Whose build we'll see soon. This is one of my favorites of the year.
Another one of my faves. The Jetsons characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. I don't know why they grabbed me. This is Nikki Schreiber, I think. I can't remember her name. Oh, it'll say here.
They were in Brickvention as well, right?
Nikki Schneider.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
yeah,
at Brickvention for sure.
Yeah.
Nikki Schneider. I think, is she from Adelaide? I can't remember. Yeah, absolute ripper.
Yeah.
This was cool. I don't know who did this.
So what?
So that's
Got
obviously
Optimus
Optimus Prime. That's Lego. But this is cool.
Oh, an entire Millennium Falcon that looks like Optimus Prime.
I want to see the transformation.
But that was
Surely
in
not.
Brickvention as well.
Was it? I didn't see
Yeah.
it. So much got lost at Brickvention. Even speaking to people over the past couple of days, I don't think I saw their builds, and I was really excited about seeing their builds. I don't know. I just did a bad job covering the room at Bendigo this year. Yeah, that one just sparks my imagination. I want to see it transform. So this doesn't seem like much, but the day before I came for Bump In, I noticed this in a Lego ad on Instagram. So this was a project that she did for Lego. It seems like Lego, based on the brief, Lego is just trying to get rid of all their dots stores. Like they're ending dots and they just want to get rid of their stock. So they asked a bunch of Lego creators to use them using craft supplies. And when she designed the wings,
Glued them.
yeah, she's glued them. So they're upside down sometimes, which gives that extra texture. But it was like, it's craft glue, Lego approved, it's legal technique. They wanted her to do it so that people would start crafting with the dots and buy them because they don't want them anymore.
Isn't like
So you're gonna have to be a little bit more descriptive for the people on Instagram.
Okay, so it's basically it's a picture frame where you've got dots glued on the surface of the picture frame in like a rainbow
that's right.
pattern. And they're both right way up and upside down, really randomly.
And this is
It's really
Australian
cool.
bricks.
But it's a Lego.
Anita, you might have
sanctioned
seen her massive wings in the past year. People take pictures of them. And when she designed the wings, she just kind of threw dots in patterns on the ground to see whether she had enough dots to cover the space. And she really liked the texture, like is on this frame right now. So that was the inspiration for doing it like this. And yeah, now she's Lego famous. She's in the Lego ad. She's not David Lego famous. Can any of us ever be? But it's good.
Dude, all of you have more Instagram followers than I do. So
That's not real followers. That's fake internet bots.
Yeah, we bought them all.
We bought them all. This is just more classic Lego than I've seen in a long time.
yeah,
So
yeah, so
yeah.
yeah, like old school base plates, old school pound. Man, those road plates are fun.
Yep.
Of like actual base plates gone now.
I think they have, yeah.
Yeah, like road plates. It's all just the road plates.
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Which I don't mind. I like the new road plates.
I just wish the 16 by 16 plates themselves were cheaper. Like the things that you pair with the road plates, they're just surprisingly very expensive.
Okay.
So if they were a bit cheaper to make life a bit easier, transitioning everything away from base plates, I'd be much happier.
Mm. Yeah. So on the screen now is Aaron's A Bad Decision. I think both these builds are based on a bad decision. So there's a bunch of knights, and he was trying to work with his movement for the first time. So you can see that one. It's got the water.
The technique movement on the waves, that was cool.
Really cool. And then he's got, I don't know if it's working right now, he's got a knight fighting massive serpents at the back there, moving as well, which is more movement than I've ever got in a build.
Oh, do they? Toddy says 16 by 16 plates come free with cheap ass dot sets.
Ah,
Well, that's
there you go.
nice. Dots is gone. I didn't
Well,
know this.
they're selling them out, so
Yeah, that's true.
they'll go for cheap. Here is Dale's
These are quite cheap on Brickling.
Those ones, they're pretty great.
Yeah.
bunch of those.
Are they the ones now that are just used for the art?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they great?
I need a million of those 16 by 16.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a another Doctor Who thing. I'll show you when I complete it.
Top secret. We're looking at Harris Bricks.
It's an experiment, so I want to see how it turns out before I start talking about
That's
it.
fine.
Sure.
Fair enough. Yeah, on the screen now is Harris Bricks. I'm not sure what the title is, but it's like Ice Planet 30 years on, 50 years
Yeah.
on, 30 years. So it's like Ice Planet Decrepit. Dave's building a trophy stand.
Yeah,
You're going to need a lot of plates for that.
yeah, gonna need more. That's why I need so many. Please.
It's another one of those builds that you walk around and around and around, and you just keep seeing these little amazing details. Dale's incredible for that.
That's right.
Yeah, more you look.
All the white though, like it makes it hard to, I don't know, draw the eye in the first place, maybe.
Fascinated to know how somebody can like conceptualizes something like this. Like, what order is it made? It just fascinates me.
I know that he started with the snow as he was building, but conceptually, I'm not sure.
It's just amazing to think he's like, I started with the snow, but you figured out all the spacing and like it's always leaving room for wiring. Like, it just blows my mind the effort that some people have. Like, it's just
That is a very good point. Actually, I wonder.
I struggle really hard to like figure that out. So I, these days I just do single piece things. Lots of single piece things. I have to think about it. They go together.
Now after the Batman build, I'm just all about little things to build.
I brought my Iron Man workshop to Illawarra and decided during bump in that I'm like, this thing's retired. Like, it's broken too much in transit and I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore. I had to like break up with the build and just go, I'm sorry.
Is that the Hall of Armor?
Yeah. I don't think I'm taking it anymore. At least not for a while. Like, it's just it's a lot to bring that along with everything else. So I think I'd need to commit to doing one or the other.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I might just retire it for a little bit, bring it back at some point.
Yeah, I am going off the rule that if it's been to a show the year before, it doesn't come back again.
Yeah.
And I kind of broke that in Bendigo because I was intending to. I just kind of needed something with the weapons because the weapons weren't there last year, but the TV was, and I still took the TV. I don't know. TV's retired now though. Toddy says on Instagram says, "No, yeah, I'm just going bigger than Batman."
Bigger than Batman. He's going
Speaking
bigger
of
than
big,
Batman.
Sick, eh?
on YouTube, on YouTube we've got Sam's Monster Crane. What is it? 5.5 meters.
It is
outrageous.
I couldn't even fit it in the shop. You can see in the background the fan there.
That thing is just genuinely outrageous. It's so large. Like, if it was 2 meters tall, it'd be impressive. And he's gone as tall as he has. Like, he didn't need to go that hard with it. And he did. Like, I love that.
Todd on Instagram's just confirmed 5.4 meters.
Whoa.
Is it the tallest freestanding Lego structure that's like not a glued build? Would surely have to be.
And I don't know if it matters that there's the steel bar down the middle of it.
Yeah, maybe.
For
But I mean,
record-
all of
for
the other
record
big Lego
making
stuff
it.
has that.
Yeah, you'd be silly not to. Except for that weird Daily Bugle, 6 months ago in Chicago.
No, I
Was it
don't know.
Chicago? No. Detroit? I can't remember. Dizzy Devil? This is the same bricks that made the Phantom last year.
Yes.
But this is his wife.
Mention as well.
Yeah, it was.
It's got a very cleverly hidden battery pack.
Yeah,
You
it
grab
does.
him. You grab him by the cheek and just pull that, and the battery pack. Yeah, it's a very well hidden battery pack. They've done well. A baseball diamond.
I've got Yabsy back. Yeah, Field of Dreams. This is Sarah. I think we've got a bit of an echo again, Yabsy.
Well, nothing's changed. Shouldn't have.
No, the echo has been there the whole
Just
time.
logged on.
Oh, has it? I apologize for everyone. This is Jane, one of the Bendigo Bricks committee. I just dug the lightsaber that was flashing there. The Maxi-Fig lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, she was asking me about the stickers for the Maxifigs, for the Ultra
Oh, yeah?
Figs.
Ultra-Fig, is that what we're calling it?
I don't know. I've started.
Totally
because
missed
the
Field of
Maxi-
Dreams. Yeah, it was at the front.
the thing is, the Maxifigs are the figs that are remember the ones from the 80s? So in theory, those are the
Okay.
Maxifigs.
Which ones?
Remember the ones that came with the Technic Lego from the late 80s?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Long legs.
right.
Those were the Maxifigs.
Okay. I was just called them Technic Figs.
Yeah, so I just
Technic Figs.
just started calling this. It could be. I mean, I don't think they have a name, but I saw there's someone in the U.S. who's doing a lot of uh, Star Wars Ultrafix, like the ones that I'm doing for
yeah.
Doctor Who, like this dude.
Just with Star Wars.
Yeah, but it's Star Wars.
Though I have really enjoyed seeing people do them, but fitting the helmet busts onto them.
Ah,
I've
That's
really
cool.
enjoyed
Wait,
seeing people do that.
what is
That's quite fun.
what is Todd talking about?
I don't know.
Maybe there is a
Dave,
Steam
is-
conference out your mouth.
I don't know. I
That's
don't
right.
know.
Stop
No.
drinking,
All right,
Toddy.
this is Kara's. I forget what the name of the video game is, but she nailed it.
Is
There's
that
like a phone
Stardew
game.
Valley?
Say it again, sir.
Stardew Valley.
Is that what it is?
That's what it looks like to me. Could be very wrong. I haven't played much of it, if any of it.
Yeah, no, I haven't played video games in a long time.
Victory, is
We
this
haven't played
the Pirates of the Caribbean ship, or has that got a different name? The one's got like an outrageous amount of guns.
I don't know. This is the HMS Victory.
That's a real ship, and I'm just thinking of a fake one from the movie.
Yeah, I think this is a real ship. I didn't really talk to the builder this time,
Yeah.
but it's big.
Yeah, looks huge.
This is Kale's.
Is
Under
that
the
Bendigo still,
Garden?
or is that Illawarra?
This is still Bendigo. Yeah, I don't have anything from Illawarra.
Yeah.
This is
I can see that.
Kale's. Yeah, I think it's Under the Garden. He's intending
Yeah,
on
so-
expanding up that tree, but in the meantime, he's put his Christmas tree that's built out of Lego.
Still impressive.
It's really cool.
Oh, I remember that corner of it. I remember that corner from Brickvention, the one with the mushrooms and like the butterfly.
Yeah,
That was a
Can you-
slowly.
Oh, that tree is impressive. Really impressive.
Do
The
you want me to
Christmas
pause- I
tree.
don't know if I can pause it. Yeah. Did you want me to pause on the Christmas tree? I don't know if I can pause. Yeah, he did talk in the exhibitor group about.
think- We lost you in YouTube, Yaps.
Oh, have we again? Okay. Can pause.
Yeah.
frozen.
You're gone from YouTube. Can't.
Yeah, he's still here on my green room.
Yeah, but he's frozen.
Yeah, right. Not sure. Yeah, there's the Christmas tree. That was a couple of lug bulk orders to get all of the pieces. We've got Helena's mosaics.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Hey, Jada. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Jada.
Impressive flight from Sydney to Bendigo. And that's the end of that. Third.
They all new
This
ones.
one.
I don't think I've seen those ones.
I'm pretty sure they're all at Brickvention.
Oh, is that Optimus Prime?
No, this
No,
one's
the
been.
Hulkbuster. Is that Toddy's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tony's Colobuster. It's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, he's back. It was a hit. It really was. It was awesome.
I think these rainbow builds just like they string a certain chord with people.
Yeah.
It's like I really like the Rainbow Falcons people do. Like I'd love to do one day.
For me, it's like
For sure.
people look at them and go, "Oh, I have Lego. I can build the sets that I can't afford using a lot of pieces."
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think he ended up spending $80 to get the parts he was missing, compared to what is it, 600 or something for the set?
900.
Wow, it's half price now.
900.
That's why I'm waiting for it to go on 75% off because I reckon it will. Might be one of the only ones I think that ever does.
Well,
Because
that's
it's
what I'm waiting
gone.
for with the Panther.
Yeah.
Maybe the Panther bus does that.
Yeah, Panther. That's a lot of black.
It's surprisingly flimsy. Like the face plates just like wobble around. Like it's not a very
Yeah.
secure piece.
Oh, really?
Well, because we only know because we've got Jay's on like loan because he lent it to us so we could put it up next to ours. So I've
Very
had
nice.
it like I haven't built it, but I've had a bit of a look at it, and I'm like, this thing's. It's like how the big Millennium Falcons come together. You're kind of resting stuff and hoping that you don't move it.
Oh, right, really?
Yeah, it's not as secure as I expected.
This is Ben Young's. I don't even know. Like, is this?
This is
I'm not
episode
a
7.
Star Wars guy.
Yeah,
Is
this
it?
is
So
this
what
is
is
the
this?
scene straight out of
The
episode
new-
7.
Hmm.
What is it? The new
The New Empire,
New
the first
Order?
order,
New
first
Empire?
order,
First
Yeah.
Order?
where they've got like the planet that's Death Star.
Ah, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He
so
does like
this-
a very like Nazi-like speech. Like the whole he gets up there and does a very thing like that, and then they even do like the handout kind of thing, or the stormtroopers.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
very
the,
strong allegory for what was happening.
So this is Ben who did the Naboo Palace hangar.
Yeah.
That was at Brickvention with the chromed, I don't know what it is, Royal Cruiser. I don't know any Star Wars words. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Did I nail it? No. So he said he was going to take. He said he's going to take the year off, and instead he's pumped this out, which I can see how it will come up really quickly. But he's already looking to
Is this
expand it.
finally a use for the polybag that we couldn't even give away?
Yeah, well,
those
everyone's got
officers-
one at Bendigo, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been a giveaway for 6 years. Because I remember back at Legoland days, we had I reckon 10,000 of them or something stupid, like boxes upon boxes. I'm like, why do we have these? And admin had bought them because they were cheap. And it's like they hit the point where we actually couldn't give them to kids. Like, it's you know how weird it is to like, hey kid, good build in the brick pit. Here's some Lego, and they go, no thanks, because it's just not that interesting. Exactly. It's like we can't give them away. What are we meant to do?
What?
with
What was wrong with them?
I just think that they're boring. It's just a
Yeah.
black suited officer, and
Yeah.
there's nothing interesting about it.
Yeah, right.
And I think that was it. Like I think it has arm printing on one side, but it looks like nothing. It's like 2 red stripes and a dot. Like it's not something that we needed several thousand of, and I believe that's why they're still getting given away to this day.
Well, maybe Bendigo Bricks got a whole bunch, and they're like, Ben, you like Star Wars? Do you want these?
Well, they probably gave them to Michael for a thanks of exhibiting something. Like, hey, thanks for exhibiting this. Here's 4 boxes of these. Like, getting them out of cold storage.
There you go.
Sure.
Oh, this is cool.
Oh, is that like
Yeah.
a massive Galaxy Explorer, like turned into a
Yeah.
Star Destroyer looking thing?
It's
big wheel built out of the long wedge bricks.
the slope bricks. Is that right? Yeah? It's like built flat. I really dug it. That was what I was going to do, like that style, but bring the wedge plates close to the edge for Lex Luthor's spaceship before Toddy built one. It was going to look like that, just smaller. Yeah, that was cool. So that's a collaboration between Ash and Kyan, I think, who are normally train guys. They're normally rolling around the trains. But they
Right.
thought they apparently got cups and cups of Pick a Brick Dark Orange and went, let's make a red planet.
Yeah. I need to shout out to Dave. Other David wants to do a Transformers thing, needs dark orange.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah.
Mm.
You do see that color heaps on Pick a Brick walls. This is Stefan's. It works with Brickman, right? Stefan Froden. He made a big Technic chair, just like David's maxi figures would sit in.
I do like it says, please do not sit, though I guarantee that thing would work. Like he's sure.
Oh, I've sat in it.
Oh, I've sat
You
on it.
must be able to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sat on it.
It works just fine.
It's
Yeah.
just not for the
But-
public. Hands
Yeah,
up.
see, the issue is it'll take one person who wants to sit in it that's just too heavy, and you can't say that to them.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, sorry, it doesn't. It's not sittable, you know?
No, it's fun.
Yeah, that's Australia, no exceptions.
This is some lazy build from some clown. This has got so many responses. When I posted this in my story, sorry, we are looking at Yabsy's Wizard Tower. And when I posted it in my story, got so many responses.
it's very impressive. I love all of your
Okay.
angled stonework. That looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
And you know how to make some lush foliage. It is your meditation. Did you say you're going to expand out the back or just move on?
I think the idea was to have the back. That's why it's awesome building on these. You can just keep adding a row.
Mhm.
So the back is going to be a cutaway of the wizard tower with all the different rooms. That,
Oh, yeah, nice.
which is the
So when you transported that, does it just slide away at every 16 steps?
no. So that one's all together because it's only 48 wide, so it fits in our cups.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, nice.
Just the frame comes off. Yeah, it came up really nice.
It really did, yeah.
It's like a world of relaxing when you don't have to like feed lights and stuff.
That's so true.
That looks
Yeah.
that's outstanding.
But
That's off to Yazzie.
I can focus on my new passion of unrelated animal builds.
All right.
You know?
So is that it's a cat kiss. I want to talk about your cat kiss, so I'm going to make you go big. How do I do that?
Well, I can talk about it. That's the end of the story.
Nah, show us again.
That's
So-
so funny.
You're going to make animal-themed puns, a series of builds. I remember your exact words to me were you described some of your ideas, and then you said, I want to make it big enough to notice, but not Dave Holder big. That was the read. So, what are you gonna? How big do you think you'll set him in a scene? As an example,
Hey,
you'll set him in a scene. That cat.
I'm not sure yet. I think I put him on a little, maybe, I don't know, 16-ish little plate, maybe a desert scene, and just do different little vignettes like that.
So, like, did you say 16 or 32? Or there's the cat in the background. I was wondering how big you'll set the build. You haven't thought about it much. Yeah, I don't know. Whoa, that went really big.
Yeah.
You're so big now. What do I do? Help, anybody. I genuinely don't know how to fix this. Oh, I fixed it. All right. This is Kate's elves scene. So this was at Brickvention as well. And it's kind of half of the build. She's planning on doing a darker half as well to contrast it. But I dig the textures, and I don't know, I've never had any elf sets, but I dig the textures and the colors. Like, I never even thought to use a whip to hold those massive, awkward flower pieces. A minifigure whip. Yeah, it's cool. It is. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Helena, we've been talking about you. All good things. This is Bluey Bricks, Owens. So he's planning on expanding this, but it's a little bit of a Johnny Thunder. He just wanted to work on cliff work. Yeah. And then I think these are his son's vignettes. But yeah, this is, you can see at the bottom there, the way it changes to studs out on the brickwork. It's just so many slopes. Sounds expensive. I don't know who
Mine's
did
still in
this
my
one.
bulk.
Yeah, that's right. This is a little lost world inside a bottle. It was at Brickvention as well. I'm not sure who did it. G'day, Jay. No one else is sure?
No.
All right, there's two more. I love that turtle. Oh, this thing. I don't know, Star Wars people. Is this a real Star Wars thing or just...
What? Yeah, that's real. And that
What is
looks
it?
minifig scale. That looks minifig scale. I think that is.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, it is just like an enormous gorilla knuckled walker. Yes, that is definitely from the series.
Which one is it from? Like,
Episode 8.
all right.
It was a Lego
The
set
Salt
of it.
Planet, right.
Significantly smaller. There was a Lego set version.
Really? This isn't the Lego set?
You know what's weird? The amount of times I get that, I find it a bit of a gag. I'm like, when have you ever seen something this stupidly large on shelf? since like 1999 or whatever that Darth Maul bust came out. Like since then, they've not done something like this.
My favorite is when people say that about the turtle there. Like, where can you buy this set?
Absolutely.
This is Sam, who was on before. I think it's Skate by Shazam or on the Instagram. Oh, I can tell you. He does, Skate by Shazam. He does cities in microscale. So this is Bendigo that we're looking at right now, which makes sense. He's Bendigo. He's also got Melbourne, which is constantly expanding. He's got Sydney Harbour. And there's one more that's overseas that I can't think of at the moment. I don't know if he's still here and can tell us. But he's coming to Sydney, I think, as well. So I would assume he's bringing Sydney Harbour. And look at us staying on topic.
We did try this week.
Yeah, we did a good job.
This week. We tried. Knew it. No, it's good.
No, we stayed on topic. We got through an hour. We have survived. We have a cat. We need, though, a topic for next week. Any thoughts?
Okay, what about, what if we ask the audience?
A beautiful cop out. I love it. I'm on board with that.
Maybe I'll post it in my stories. New builds.
A bit of a loss.
New builds.
I'll tell you something that's fascinated me that you guys
New build.
Your prototyping build.
Oh,
How
yeah.
you go about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So when you're starting to design a new build.
I mean, like, oh god, this thing is in absolute pieces, but like, that's half of my frame for the cricket bat.
Oh, wicked. Yeah.
How that looks, because I had to just.
Ooh, look at those wheels. Nice, Lewis.
Yeah, really cool.
Yes, gotta have. There we go.
Oops.
Exactly. The whole thing's falling apart because I've ripped it apart. But yes, prototyping wheels. My grip's good. My colors are not good, but this side's like reasonably pretty.
Needs to be at least a double scoop anyway.
Yeah, I got to try and get it to go up and down. So far, it's just flat, so it's got your like the point and the fade, but it can't come up and down. But yeah, it just needs a bit of extra layering. I'll get there.
Yeah, sure. Kate on Instagram, Buck Bricks, has asked if we can do a run through of the builds from Illawarra. We don't have any photos from Illawarra. If someone does have photos, hit us up, and we are happy to go through them.
That is, I mean, the only thing I have from Illawarra is what Dave and I put out.
Ooh,
Like,
photo.
that's all we've got.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Claire is asking for a photo on Instagram.
Everyone look handsome. Oh, how good's the shirt, by the way? This is the Bendigo
That is
shirt.
Oh, so
great
good.
shirt.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest regret of not going to Bendigo.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
could pick one up. The I love that the Bendigo shirts.
Lewis did get drunk. Lewis had a great time.
What were you going to say before?
Yeah.
Yabs, before I read out Claire's comment? We were talking about the cricket.
A lot of people think you just put together your lightsabers or not realizing that you go through 1,000 frustrating explosions in your hand.
I wish I had some test footage from the Darksaber, like the first time I put that together. Because when I was trying to go from 1 stud down to 2, and it would have just been a compilation of me swinging it and the whole thing shattering. Like, I wish I'd taken some footage. Because it was about 10 versions before I gave up and went, all right, can't be separate. But yeah, exactly right. Things smash, things break.
Um,
Before we go, Lou, I think your Bo-Katan helmet looks amazing. Are you going to do a little smash
you.
Darksaber hill to sit next to it?
Yeah, I was thinking,
Ooh.
oh, man, here.
spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
I was actually thinking of getting it and like trying to break it, like the model. Problem is I built that thing really sturdy, so I don't know how to break it. So I think I'm gonna have to just kind of, like how Lego do, take it off in chunks and put it back together.
Whoa!
Videos, like do something like that, and then just smash it. Or I'll just take this little one and I'll smash that. Because that's nice and easy.
Pretty nice crushed one, I reckon, with your wires poking out. I think
Yeah.
Oh, like actually build a crushed version? That could be fun. Like I've not built anything in that style, but why not? Like make it crush.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think we're going to see it again. And there's one reason. There was a droid. I'm getting this on my brick badge for Sydney. A droid in the Clone Wars called Hu Yang. And that droid helped every Jedi build their lightsabers and has an archive of every design that's ever been made.
All
From
right.
the Clone Wars. And he is back. David Tennant is voicing him again, like he did in the Clone Wars.
Well,
So
that
I'm holding out
very
a hope
appropriate.
that they've got
Nice.
old mate who's got the blueprints for it that they can put it back together. So, yeah,
Yeah, right.
fingers crossed.
Do you say you're getting that for Sydney?
Yeah, I'm getting a Hu Yang on my thing because I've already got a General Grievous one. So now I'm
I
getting
don't
that
think I even put my. I can't remember what I've put on my brick.
Well, they sent out forms. This not like sometimes they don't ask specifically, but this one had on the form specifically what do you want, and it was the form that came out yesterday. They put out a form
Oh, well,
yesterday.
that's why. Maybe I haven't seen it yet. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was like sign up, fill out your T-shirt.
I've got to think about what I want. But you are Hu Yang. That's you. The shirt, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw here people said that there was none left. Sorry, David.
Yeah, I saw. So then I wrote down. No, that's fine.
Bill is asking where the interviews are that I did at Bendigo Bricks. They are on my phone, and I will absolutely get them out. I'll do a couple a week, I reckon, a couple of weeks, starting maybe next week. It just takes time to put them together. And, you know, I'm a busy guy, cleaning the house and whatnot. All right, so next week we're going to talk about new builds, starting new builds, prototyping, rainbow drafts, all that mumbo jumbo. I love it.
Yep.
I love it too. Great talking to you, gentlemen, as always.
You as well.
Fantastic, guys.
Farewell, everyone.
Enjoy the rest of the
Farewell,
week.
Instagram.
See you soon.
Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
And farewell, YouTube. Thanks for joining us.